Hello everyone, this is Donna coming to you again. I had such a wonderful experience with one book in July in a 6-ring binder, personal size, and I had an equally pleasant experience with one book in August. So now I'm coming to you with how I plan to spend my time in one book for the month of October 2015. I have a poppin' notebook that is a holdover from a project that I began and did not finish, and have decided that I'm going to use this book for a Fauxbonichi format. I don't have a lot of experience with the Hobonichi or Fauxbonichi, and I thought, I just need to give it a whirl and see how it works for me. So, here we go. This strap wraps around and holds everything in place. I had a previous project going on in this book, so what I've done to separate those pages from my Hobonichi effort is to create a cuff, a pocket, like a secretarial pocket, and that just houses all of those pages that I was using before. You can see that I have here some sticky notes should I need them. For the month, I taped in 2 insert pages for the month of September. You can see that that month is already super busy. I have several doctor's appointments, they're all marked in pink, and several social engagements, etc., that I need to track very carefully. I can tell you that the beauty of this has been for me is that I've not dropped any appointments or any supportive activities that relate to those appointments or any social engagements that I may have. So now let's move along and we'll see how the day goes. Let's see, here we go, right here. Oh, look, I've already moved in and things are going along already. You can see that it's 1 page per day, and at the top I keep my appointments or out-of-house chores, tasks, things like that. And then you can see that I have my bullet journal typically on each page to the left. That could change depending upon whatever mood I happen to be in. I've set myself a goal for the month of September in that I want to do 1 tangle that's from the Zentangle, 1 tangle per day. I used to do it often, frequently, and have moved away from it, and I thought, well, this is an ideal time. I've got the space. Let's get back to it and just do 1 small one each day. And you can see here that I've already begun doing that. Whoops. I also included on each page an aha moment for the day. And the first one reads, I'm already enjoying this planner process. More room to write, fun doodle space. I've even gotten a little bit kind of creative. I've never done a lot of drawing in my planners, but I have lunch with a friend, and we're going to one of my favorite places, so I drew that. Now, this is the 2nd of September, doctor's appointment, lines separating, everything above is something out of the house. You can see that I have my bullet journal here, and I've done a little tangle for that day, and I have to flea treat the pups for the month. This is a reminder to pick up some prescriptions, and I need to capture the notes from that doctor's appointment so I can put them in my files. This is a little area I left for an aha moment. You can see here I used a tiny little bit of watercolor. I wanted to test out this paper to see how it would hold up using watercolor. You will also see interspersed throughout, I have a ton of quotes that I've saved over the years, and this one reads, in matters of style, swim with the current. In matters of principle, stand like a rock. And that is from Thomas Jefferson. I'm also tracking the weather at the top as well. I think that will be fun. And you can see we go on over it. Now you can see I had a little bleed through. That was a fountain pen with, I think it was marine blue. I'm not sure. Anyway, it bled through a little bit. But you know, that doesn't bother me. You can also see a little shading there. It doesn't bother me. You can always throw a sticky note over it. There's a clever way that you can cover that up and just move right along. Here's another day with some quotes on it. It is well for the heart to be naive and the mind not to be. And that is from Anatole France. You can see that I'm moving along here. Here's a quote. I loved this little sticker. Be your own superhero. Isn't that great? Alright, moving along. Now, I did have some serious bleed through here. I was using diamine marine ink, and that is a very wet ink, and it came through the paper very quickly. You can see here the message that I was putting in for myself, just as a reminder. Here it says, find the joy in each day. So moving along, again, I love that little image, so I put it in again. Be your own superhero. Now, I did include the month of October, so because forward planning is very important to me. Months don't just begin and end for me. They sort of flow one into the next. So you can see I've already started making entries for what I know is going to occur in the month of October. I thought, well, how am I going to hold all my little goodies and things like that? So I made this little binder. It's just held together by a piece of elastic, grid paper, 5 squares per inch, I think. I'm not sure about that. But in it, I have my shopping list, notes section, reference section, coupons, and my brain dump. So I can continue using that process that I've been able to use from previous endeavors. Here in the back, you will see a sleeve that I just put in. It just slides on and off from the bottom, and that would be to hold any papers, information that I acquire during the month or that I need with me when I'm going to a particular place. This little book is, by the way, small. It is 8 inches by 4 3/4 inches and has a leatherette cover. I've been doing pen tests as I pick up new pens, and it's not so much the pen that you need to be concerned with, it's the bleed from the ink. Some inks are so much more saturated than others. You can see the Gin House. I had some really wet ink in those, and they did okay. You can see that the orange, oh, that's red, kind of came through a little bit. In the back, like many notebooks, you'll see that you have the please excuse me, the expandable pocket that you can also put things in. So that's how I am going to spend the month of August, putting everything in one book. We'll see how that goes. My plan would then be to take a look at all 3 of the binders and processes that I used in each of those binders. One being the 6-ring personal size, second being the Traveler's Notebook, and now the Fauxbonichi format, so that I could choose one that I think best meets my needs and that will get me on through the end of the year. I think that would be a good way to spend the rest of the year, is using something consistently. I did throw in a piece of blotting paper. I forgot to tell you about that. So there you have it, folks. One book in October, and it will be spent in a Fauxbonichi format. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Already it's been a fun experience, and we'll just see how it goes. I'll give you some feedback later. This is Donna, signing off.